What's up, y'all? Y'all hear me better like this? I know I'm early. I'm pretty much going to use this live show to kind of talk over the slate, answer some questions while I'm in here, give you guys my high five because I didn't have a high five video, and all that fun shit. I know not as many people are going to be able to get in here because it's earlier and y'all probably have jobs and work to do. But if you are able to make it, what's up, man? Gory Sanders, what's going on, man? All right, so pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly go over this slate real quick. You guys can use this as the high five video as well as a live show with people are going to be asking me questions in the live in the chat right now. And I'll answer those questions as well as giving you guys a high five and stuff because I didn't get to do that. Can everybody hear me all right? Can y'all hear me okay? Is my audio sound good? Everything good? All right. What's up? No job here. DFS is my job, baby. Yes, sir. Jermar. All right. Y'all can hear me good? All right. I wanted to make sure I'm not too loud or nothing because the microphone's like all up on my. Hear you fine. Happy Friday, bro. All right, let's keep smashing this shit, man. So let's get straight into it. All right. So you guys go ahead and leave me questions over in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and get into my high five real quick and talk about this. All right. So leave me questions over here, and when I get back to the chat after I'm done talking about the high five, I'll start answering questions. All right. So everybody's not going to be in here, but you guys can watch this back on replay. You sound good, bro. What's up, squad? All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go over my high five that I like for the day today. So first thing that you notice on this slate is that we have a game in Coors. We got San Francisco and Colorado in Coors again, and two really bad pitchers. So that's really where you're going to want to get offense from for sure. But there's also some really bad issues with some of these bats too that aren't in Coors that are priced way too crazy. Now, at pitcher, the first thing I noticed is that the best overall pitcher on the slate is probably Lance Lynn. Problem is it's in Texas, very hitter friendly. We know the situation with Texas, and I'm telling you right now, I went out to get coffee this morning, and before I even got inside of my truck, I was almost sweating. So he can make up for it with strikeouts in this juicy matchup against Detroit. But I'm not really going to be going there because we have a game on Coors, and I want exposure to bats today. So that means we're going to want mid-range guys. So the guys that stick out to me, I've got a few, all right? The guys who stick out to me, first of all, let me mention this. James Paxton is an ace, pretty much. He's a great pitcher, very, very solid pitcher. The matchup against Boston is not great, but he's only 8.7. He is 3,000 less than Lance Lynn. Earlier on in the year, James Paxton faced this Boston offense and dominated them. Now, Boston's a good offense, so I wouldn't be surprised if people actually are scared to use Paxton. But at 8.7, that seems pretty damn good to me. And you can pair Paxton up with one of these guys I'm about to mention and still get Coors all you want. All right. But if you want to go even lower, the guys I'm interested in is Jason Vargas for Philly against the White Sox, Dustin May, rookie making his debut for the Dodgers against San Diego. He's a right-hander. Supposedly he's pretty damn solid. Going against San Diego, all righties, and they haven't really prepared for him. It's their first time seeing him, and a lot of time these rookies can have great games because hitters don't really know what to expect, what pitches to expect. Steven Matz, lefty against Pittsburgh. Those are the three other cheap guys that I like. Matz is a lefty going against Pittsburgh, who Pittsburgh struggles against lefties more than any other hand pitch. Like I'm acting like there's like 50 type of hand types. No. They struggle versus lefties more than they do righties. So Matz is in a great spot as well. If I had to choose my two favorite two of that group, I would probably lean a little more towards Vargas and Dustin May. Vargas' matchup against the White Sox, just a very strikeout-prone White Sox offense. I believe they strike out a lot more versus lefties than they do righties, but let me verify that real quick. I can verify that while I'm on here. That's the benefit of doing these high five videos while I'm doing this, so I can have everything right here for you. So the White Sox strike out a ton versus lefties. I mean, there's 4 guys on this lineup who strike out over 30% of the time versus lefties. So Vargas is in a great spot against the White Sox. Absolutely love it. I'm going to touch on the bats, and then I'm going to get over to the answer questions and stuff that you guys are leaving in the chat right now, okay? Now, first bat that stands out to me, Brandon Bell, man. Lefty-righty. The dude always tends, when he's in a good matchup, tends to suck. But this matchup against Lambert is amazing. Lambert is absolutely garbage versus lefty, so I definitely want every San Francisco lefty that I can possibly get here. So to put it in perspective for you, Lambert gives up a 310 ISO and a 427 WOBA. If you're new to what WOBA and ISO is the isolated power. That's how hard people are hitting them, and a 310 is not good. And a WOBA's weighted on base average. 427 is not good at all. So versus lefties, he's struggling bad. He doesn't strike righties or lefties out. And the ball doesn't really get hit on the ground much. It's kind of line drives and hard hits. So it's not good for him for lefties. Stack up these lefties. So Brandon Belt's my first bet that I definitely love. Now let me jump to the outfield. One guy that sticks out to me for sure is Bryce Harper against Ivan Nova. We know throughout his entire career, Nova is dreadful versus lefties, man. Bryce Harper is a very solid player. We know that, one of the best in the entire league. At 4-4, I'm expecting a home run out of him against Nova here. Nova's trash versus lefties, so take Bryce Harper. Don't think too much of it. Now, what really threw me off is seeing Aaron Judge under 4K against a lefty. Righty-lefty matchup for Aaron Judge against Rodriguez. Now, DraftKings is definitely looking at Eduardo Rodriguez like he's one of the best pitchers of all time. And he's okay. You know what I'm saying? But at home in New York, this New York team always tends to put up a fight, man. The thing that they do the best is they make these pitchers work. Like, they don't swing at bad pitches. They walk a lot. They get on base, and they just pound you down slowly. Now, the issue here, all right, is Judge has a 224 ISO and a 443 WOBA versus left-handed pitching. He's got the righty-lefty split. He's going to be batting high in the order, okay? Yes, Eduardo has been solid versus righties his entire career, only like striking out over 23%, only allowing a 143 ISO, a 311 WOBA. But Aaron Judge under 4K seems ridiculous. All right. So those are my high five guys. And obviously every Coors bet that you can possibly get. Now I'm going to come over and I'm going to answer some questions, man. Let's see what we got here. All right. So let me scroll back to the top, see what you guys are talking about. All right. New subscriber to your channel. Brad, what's up, man? Thank you for joining me. Drop a like down below if you haven't already, guys. Is Aaron Judge too cheap? Yes. So I mentioned that, Uncle Craig. Yes, he is. All right, Nova and Mats are my pitchers. Is that good? I want to stack that. That's completely fine. What up, Cam? Blue Jay stack? I have not really looked too much on a Blue Jay stack. I'm definitely winning Coors. That's the main thing. Headset, Cam, you know, hey, we're on another level when I put the headset on. Hey, would definitely stack. You're going to stack Pittsburgh against him in GPP. That's completely fine. But I like Mats. I don't think he's going to shut him down. I'm not saying he's going to shut him down, but Pittsburgh struggles versus left-handed pitchers, so I think he can be solid enough at that price. That's all I'm saying. If you want, like, mid-range safe guys, that's completely fine. No joke, Judge is struggling and Rodriguez is good versus righties. Totally understand it, but that price is ridiculous, okay? So take advantage. Killer Cam, what's good? What's good, new edition? Who's the high five? Just mentioned it. So let me briefly go over it. So hitter-wise is Brandon Belt, Aaron Judge, and Bryce Harper. Judge is solely there because he's only 3.9. All right. Like I talked about, Eduardo's been very solid versus right-handed bats, and I understand that. But at the end of the day, Aaron Judge, the type of power he has, it doesn't really matter. He connects with one at 3.9. That's ridiculous. And then the pitchers, I'm leaning towards Dustin May and Jason Vargas. All right. And I love James Paxton as well at 8.7. I'm completely fine with going with him. I do think Boston's offense is a little scary to me, but still. Got the tail end of high five. What were the pitchers? Already got it. There you go. Best leverage spot to be contrarian. All right. So the stacks that I'm interested in, like somebody mentioned before, maybe stacking Pittsburgh against Mats is going to be contrarian because Mats should have some ownership. Maybe going with some White Sox against Vargas is interesting to go off of what majority should be doing. I think a lot of people are going to sleep on Minnesota. They have a great matchup against Kansas City. Houston's in a great spot. And Texas against Detroit. I don't want many Detroit guys because Lynn is solid, but on the Texas side, I definitely want some Texas guys. And then for GPP as well, New York. I know Eduardo's solid, but these dudes at home, they tend to pound you down. Rank your Colorado stack. All right, so top to bottom, my favorite Colorado players are Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story probably. Then we got Charlie Blackmon. And then I'd probably have to go with David Dahl after him, and then Daniel Murphy. Those are probably the favorite guys that I like from there. Some of these San Francisco guys I love too, like Brandon Belt. You need to put in there at 4K in course. Also, I want to mention, if you guys hate Aaron Judge and just don't want to pick on Eduardo Rodriguez, I totally understand. That price is amazing though. But if you don't, Scooter Gennett should be making his debut. We'll have to see. But he's got the lefty-righty against Lambert as well. So Scooter Gennett, if he starts at second base for San Francisco, lock that boy in at 3.5. All right. Where are you leaning at catcher? Probably The catcher that really sticks out to me today that I was landing on majority of the time was James McCann. I know it's against Vargas, but McCann's been hitting lefties very, very well, and he's only 3.5, and he should be batting like in the heart of that order, like fourth or so. So righty lefty against Vargas, I love him. I mean, we'll have to see if we end up getting like the punt option. I'm completely fine with that too. Or if you want to spend up for Posey, I guess that's fine. But James McCann sticks out to me at only 3.5 righty lefty against Vargas. Even if you have Vargas, it's okay to play McCann. It's fine. But yeah, other than that, I probably will want to punt down if I decide I want to punt down, or go Tony Walters against Anderson is also a solid option in course if he ends up being the catcher today. Well, we early today. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on the high five real quick because I didn't give you guys a high five video. Touch on that real quick, answer some questions real quick, and then hop out of here. Will Smith from the infield. What? Can't hit it out of the infield? Okay, then don't play Scooter Gennett at 3.5 if he's in the starting lineup and be an idiot. Made money again last night. Yes, sir. Gut stacks, Colorado, Minnesota, Houston, Texas. San Francisco, obviously, too. Colorado's at the very top of it, though. I love San Francisco against Lambert as well. They could really crush him, especially the lefties. For sure. All right, let's go ahead and get into home run. Let's look at our home run calls today. All right, since I didn't have a high five video, that's the reason I'm coming in here. Let's touch on the home run calls, and then I'm going to head on out of here after I answer some more questions. Wanted to come on here and give you guys, talk to you guys on the live stream, answer some live questions, and give you the high five at the same time. You guys can, if you're replaying this right now, you can just watch it over. It's all good. It won't be crazy long, so you got to sit through it. But let's go ahead and go through the home run calls for today. The guys that stick out to me to get homers on this slate. And in DFS, man, home runs and strikeouts are king. So you want a pitcher who's going to strike motherfuckers out, and you want a hitter who's going to hit home runs. So here we go. Now, at the top of the list, Nelson Cruz has been absolutely on fire going against Glenn Sparkman. I love these Minnesota guys today. Love Minnesota today as a GPP stack. Nobody's going to be on them. Love them. Jose Abreu, righty-lefty matchup against Vargas, 3.7. Love him. Brandon Belt, love him. Bryce Harper, yes, please. Let's see. Miguel Sano should get one. Another Minnesota guy like Arenado and Story should both get some today. I said Harper, right? Bryce Harper for sure. Edwin Encarnacion, Aaron Judge. I think they're both going to get some as well. David Dahl, let's put him on there. Michael Conforto. Love Conforto, righty-lefty against Trevor Williams, who struggles versus lefties. Max Kepler. Sparkman struggles, man. I'm telling you right now, GPP, I swear I feel Minnesota stack is going to take shit down today. I said Brandon Belt, correct? Yes, I said Brandon Belt. All right, let's do a few more. AJ Pollock, I like. Josh Donaldson. And then one more, Kevin Biggio. I think Biggio is going to get one as well today. And Alex Bregman against Kikuchi. Let me add him as well. But those are the guys that I really like today. Polanco should hit one. Don't ask what bats the man likes, then talk shit about him. Obviously, you need help. That's why you're here. The dude, since I started, has been talking shit about whatever I say. So he's just a whatever. But Shetty, you can. That's completely fine. I played him yesterday in FanDuel. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at FanDuel real quick. Let's take a look at FanDuel while I'm on here, and then I'm going to let you guys go. All right. Let's take a look at FanDuel right now. So pitching over on FanDuel, we have Lynn at 10.5. Paxton is 7.6. God, they're tempting me, man. Dustin May, the rookie, is only 5.8. So you can spend down and go all the way down to Dustin May. I'm completely fine with that. Vargas is 7.4. Compared to Dustin May being 5.8 over here, where on DK they're much closer priced together. So May is pretty much like free. So yeah, you can go May or Paxton over here. I'm probably going to go May and just get the bats I want. Why not? So the bats that are priority here are the guys who really stick out. Is Jose Abreu at 2.9 against Vargas. Only 2.9. Love it. James McCann's only 2.6. Yasiel Puig, righty-lefty matchup against Peters is 2.9. Jung Ho Kang, righty lefty matchup 2-1. He mashes lefties against Matt's righty lefty matchup. Howie Kendricks got the righty lefty matchup against Ray. There's some cheap guys. David Dahl is too cheap at 3.5, gives you some Coors exposure. Brandon Belt at 3.6, great option. So yeah, I mean, you could even spend up for pitching and probably get plenty of bats that you want. Back to workout, yes sir. Have a good day at work, guys. You buying that Ohtani matchup? Let me look at it a little deeper. Let me look at Ohtani a little bit more. All right, so Ohtani's going against Clevenger. Lefty-righty matchup. Ohtani has a 258 ISO and a 387 WOBA versus righties, but Clevenger is very solid. Okay, versus lefties, he strikes out over 35%. He does a good job at limiting the WOBA. Only issue here is with him is he gives up some hard contact, but it's a lot of ground balls. So no, I'm not buying Ohtani, and I'm not going to be picking on Clevenger too much, to be completely honest with you. The bright sides, though, are Ohtani does hit righties well, so if Clevenger does hang one on accident, Ohtani could definitely send it, and it's in Cleveland, more of a hitter-friendly ballpark, especially to left-handed power. So rank your favorite Twins. All right. My favorite Minnesota Twins that I want to get, if you stack up Minnesota, like I said, I do love Minnesota as a stack today. They're one of my favorite because Sparkman's probably one of the worst pitchers on the entire slate, and people aren't talking about picking on him. He is absolutely dreadful, especially to lefties. Max Kepler, Polanco, Cruz, Rosario. Okay, if Reyes, I'm not sure what his price is, but he's always seems fairly cheap. He's a lefty you can get exposure to. So yeah, mainly you want to get the lefties. Kepler, Polanco, get Cruz in there, and Rosario. Those are my favorite 4 bats for sure. You can get Garver in there. He's been mashing righties with a 307 ISO. So go, if you stack them, I love Kepler, Polanco, Cruz, Rosario, Garver. Or you could skip over Garver, go Sano. I like Sano as well. There's so much, guys. Minnesota's going to spank them today. Okay? Spank them, and nobody's talking about them. 2 for 3 with 2 home runs against Clevenger. That's an awesome BVP, but it's also a very limited sample size. Could he hit one? Sure. You know what I'm saying? That's great. That's great BVP for sure. But breaking, I mean, I would prefer to go elsewhere. What's his price? Let me just remind myself of his price. What is Ohtani's price? And I will tell you if it's worth it. Okay, BVP at 3 at bats is not enough at bats to really put too much merit on the shit. That's really not much at all. Ohtani's 4.6. I'd rather get a Coors bat than try to get Ohtani. In GPP, if you want to go Ohtani just off BVP and hope that he continues it, then cool. Need to make more videos. You seem to be I make videos every day most of the time. I felt bad that I didn't give you a high five today, so I went ahead and I like going, I like the fact that we're able to touch on the high five and go live real quick. I'm able to answer your questions and stuff, and then people can just replay this and kind of get a look at what's going on. I want to really grind on the slate today. Keep this heat going that we've been doing. Go to greenlightdfs.com if you haven't already. Hit up greenlightdfs.com if you haven't already. Rendon is a solid option, yes. For sure. Story or Arenado, pick one. Oh, man. Story or Arenado. If I had to choose between Arenado or Story, I'd probably go with Story because he tends to hit righties a little better than Arenado does. He has a 277 ISO and a 380 WOBA versus righties compared to Arenado with a 208 and a 362. Bright side is Arenado strikes out much less versus righties than Story does. We know Story's got strikeout issues. But either way, I mean, either one's going to be completely fine. Like you're good. Why not just play both of them? You don't. I mean, I understand if you don't want to, but like both of them are completely fine on this slate today. Story is a little bit more expensive by a few hundred. I mean, if you need the few hundred, it doesn't make a difference really. But if I had to choose one, maybe Story probably. They cut Atlanta Fun short. I know, man. Maybe we would have cashed. Maybe Camargo would have done something, but we missed out on the favorite yesterday. But FanDuel was great. GPP went crazy. Let's get them likes up. Drop a like down below if you haven't already for your boy. Appreciate y'all joining me as always, man. Appreciate it. Dropping that high five to you guys and answering your questions. What's up, Cam? Red Moss, what's going on, man? Pitchers for cash. The pitchers that I love today on this slate are either going Paxton at 8-7, pairing him with a Vargas, May, or Matz, or going Vargas, May, or Matz together. I'm leaning Vargas and May probably as my two favorite cash game pitchers, but I do love that James Paxton's only 8-7, so I have no, I don't know. Bro, DK locked your account because you're not 18 yet? Damn, man, when do you turn 18? That's fucked up. How did they figure that out? Bregman is a steal for Houston. I love his price. Don't get Joe pissed. Hey, man, Joe will get pissed off about these likes, guys. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. If you hate me, drop a dislike. If you love me, drop a like. Either way, drop something. You know what it is. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. I didn't even know my girlfriend left the house. Here she goes pulling up. She probably went to see her other boyfriend when she knew I went live. Appreciate you guys for joining me as always, man. Drop a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. I hope I was able to answer all your questions. Everybody watching this back right now, I hope I was able to answer a question that maybe somebody asked during this live show. I hope I was able to, I hope you guys liked the high five. What's up, Cam? All right, all my replay people, drop a like. Everybody who's in here right now, drop a like. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. I'm going to roll out, get back to grinding on this shit. I believe my girlfriend's making like a late lunch right now as well. So I'm about to head on out. I think you need to do shows like this from now on. All right, man. Hey, I'm totally fine with it. Let's do it. And I probably will go live sometime during this weekend. So I will see y'all then, all right? Talk to y'all later. Peace.